What's up? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. Good morning. Hopefully you guys got your favorite cereal or your favorite weekend breakfast. Could definitely go for it. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a raisin bagel as usual. Or it's after Thanksgiving, so a banging turkey, kind of warm with Miracle Whip on wheat bread would be great. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab something soon. Probably in the middle of this taping, but it's cool. We'll see. Um, so today's topics, I'm gonna pick a few, and then we're gonna review a couple more beats this week, and then um, see y'all next week. Or it's getting to the end of the year, um, so we may have like another app and then see y'all for New Year's. We'll see. But anyways, have a good Saturday. And yeah, so do that. I wanted to touch on the Boy Scout, Girl Scout thing. Right now in the news, there's a couple of little girls who want to join the Boy Scouts, and they're called like unicorns or something like that. And this is going to trickle into a more adult topic. So I understand that they're separate, but to me they cross one another at some point. Although we have many lifestyles out here and we don't want anyone to feel alienated, I do believe that we should keep traditional roles available for those who want traditional roles. Someone mentioned that why not have those little girls just throw in the activities that they like into the Girl Scouts instead of wanting to be a Boy Scout. And I totally agree with that. I think that we need our time with our own genders just to see how we act and interact with one another, opposed to having the other gender around or being distracted by the other gender. If you're distracted by the other gender, I guess some people aren't distracted by the other gender. But that is something that I also agree with, that just throw in or implement the activities that the girls want to do into the Girl Scouts and have those competitions, and then maybe they can have inner league or inner programs compete to see if the boys or the girls win or lose. Everyone doesn't want to be heaped in with one situation, and I think we need to acknowledge that as well. And when I said that perhaps that this may trickle on to another more adult topic, I wanted to touch on the transgender topic as well. I have a few transgender friends, love them to death, and I hope that this doesn't offend any of them, but Caitlyn Jenner being the #1 America's Woman of the Year, as a woman, I find it a little disrespectful. I'm totally glad that a man knows how it feels to be a woman and knows how the effort that needs to go into being put forth as a woman, but to give her Woman of the Year, I just feel that it's a slap in the face, technically, as a woman. Perhaps Transgender of the Year, and also with competitions, having genders compete in situations where a transgender may be allowed. Again, I'm not for it, but just for example, if a non-traditional or non-natural woman, natural-born woman, competes with a natural woman, I mean, we go through similar things, but at the end of the day, we also still go through different things. What if that woman didn't get her estrogen shots? Or what if the natural woman is on her period? Those are different things. Those are things that we are affected by differently. And for transgender men as well, with natural men, I think that it's a little conniving, if you will, to put transgender men on men catalogs without letting the public know that it's a transgender man. To have a man, a natural born man, emulate a transgender man without knowing, I think it's a little, the word that I want is escaping me. It's not the worst word in the world, but yeah, so I just think that maybe traditional rules, I mean, some people like traditional rules, so who are we to take away the traditional rules while trying to implement everyone fair rule? I don't know. Seems like no matter how someone gets left out. My second topic of the day will be entitlement. In this country, I guess we feel entitled to certain things as Americans, and I think that, entitled, I think we work for what we would like, but I touched on this because of race entitlement and gender entitlement. With the race entitlement, I guess you have to understand that it exists, or it did exist, and also touched on entitlement because of military entitlement. The military, I love my freedom. I totally love my freedom. And I say that as a Black American. And I appreciate what our military does for us on a 24-hour, 7 days a week basis. I appreciate it and I respect it. But there is an issue with the military and transitioning back into civilian life, and that needs to be researched or looked at, because it's very difficult for them to be overseas fighting to keep our country safe, and then they come home and have no idea what they were fighting for. They have no idea how the system is ran, or how to interject themselves back into the system. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. Too many of them for it not to be addressed. Another topic that is a subcategory on that topic is a lot of you signed up to be in the military. A lot of you, perhaps could not handle life on your own, so you decided to go into the military, not to just blatantly serve your country. Some of you got into the military, went into the military, applied to the military because it was your last choice and your last option. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into, and then you would like to have all of this praise when you come home. Again, I appreciate my freedom, but the entitlement that you think that you deserve, I'm not sure that you deserve it just because of the reasons why you deserve it. Again, if you just signed up because it was your last resource or your last chance at civilian life, then to just want praise and thank yous, I think is a little perhaps egotistical in that direction. So, I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful, and hopefully I'm not being too disrespectful, but there is a civilian system that you have to take heed to. And while you are overseas, I mean, we are keeping home pretty safe at home as well. I know I can say that. I don't know about anyone else, but so just take that under consideration. Again, we appreciate our military, or I appreciate our military, but to just expect blatant entitlement when you get home, or selective entitlement is a bit much. And again, I apologize if I offended anyone. It's not what is meant. But I am in contact with a lot of vets and military, and sometimes to see them transition back is a bit sad, because some of them cannot, because they have this sense of entitlement that they are expecting. But the system that they are working for, they need to go and figure out the system and maneuver through the system of the civilian life in America. So I'm going to go grab breakfast, so be right back. Peace. Alright, so I'm back. Definitely had to get some grub. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a raisin bagel. Most definitely. So our number three topic. Okay, I think I wanted to touch upon jobs. I always wanted to have my own business. So a 9-to-5 where perhaps the company isn't really interested in the employees and what they want to do or would like to do, or perhaps if they're going through a family situation, was never a real good place for me. But what I have noticed is that with what I call a transitional period, as far as generation transitions, there are jobs out in the workforce. It is just because people aren't as qualified as they need to be to handle the jobs that are available. And that is a bit concerning to me. For one thing, America's infrastructure needs to be revamped. We're living off of bridges and tunnels that was built in the early 1900s, and it's 2015. We need our generation to take heed and to study those materials, because the answers are within us. I believe that your generation carries answers for the world to continue on. And although I love the way our infrastructure was built, it's time for the younger generation to step up, and that needs to be done. So this goes back to education. We need to get educated so we can prepare this world for our children and make sure it is as safe as it can be for them to take it over. And then we have to teach them to do the same for their children. So that is something that needs to be taken heed to, and I hope that my generation and the generations that are close to me understand that, and also is a concern to them as well. Fourth topic. Did y'all really make thought a word? Like thoughtokins, thoughtin'? Like, I just wanted to know, is that really a word right now? Some of the words that are being put in the dictionary is just hilarious right now from an academic perspective. But it's cool. Whatever. Make it happen. I would like to touch on what the government thinks is the daily cost of living and the actual daily cost of living. I think that this needs to be addressed as well. So it's something that we should take a look into, you know. I think they have us living off like $11 a day, or $32 a day or something like that. So I think that the government should take a look at the daily cost of living. Sent me some beats this weekend. I hope that y'all have a good holiday season, and I look
Shout out to all my beat makers,
and
my MCs and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
All I wanted was better love. I'm out of hurt you.
So I'm about to just fuck with it. Feel me?
All I wanted, all I really wanted, all I wanted was better love. Never meant who am I to hurt you because I'm hurting. Just felt like we was all deserving.
What's up? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. Said we were going to listen to some beats, so let me bring some beats up, and we're going to check some beats out, and then we'll go from there. All right? So it looks like Kobe is in, dropped some beats in my inbox, so I appreciate that, number one. Number two, we're going to check out these beats, and hopefully they hot, you know? All right, let's check them out. Alright, so that one actually was interesting. It had a very slow intro, and then it speeded up in like 40 seconds. So it was interesting. I like the faster side better than I like the slower side, but I've definitely seen a visual, seen a little vocabulary start to form with a little story. So I like the little whisper, be good to me, little subliminal right there. So it was pretty cool. So we're going to check out your second track, all right? So for your second beat, that jam was alright. You used a couple of instruments or tools that I wasn't really looking to hear or familiar with hearing that added to the beat. It didn't really pop for me, didn't get me hyped to want to either dance or want to write, but I could write to it, so, and I could dance to it, but it didn't make me want to, so. We're gonna give you one more, see what this third beat is like. Definitely thank you for sending in your beats. Hit you back on your email and send me some more beats. All right. So that one, I think the bass was a little too high when it was probably finally recorded, or perhaps maybe mine is a little too loud. I'll see when I listen to a next beat. But overall, pretty good. And thank you for sending them beats. djkeyrawcut@gmail.com. All right, so I'm gonna hit you back. All right, peace. So we're gonna check out our next producer. And for those who have recording studios, I am affiliated with Thumbtack, so I have a whole list of people who are looking for studios. So if you have a studio, you can also drop your information in my inbox. It's djkeyrawcut@gmail.com. Got people looking for studios all over the world, so definitely check that out. All right, drop that in my inbox, and I'll get back with you if you lease your studio or rent your studio out. All right, thanks. So we're gonna listen to 3 beats by number 3. That's the producer's name. So we're gonna check them out. All right.
Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, so I really like that beat. It was definitely my kind of beat. I definitely like opera singing, so that's always gonna grab me probably. I also like piano keys and organ keys, so that was in there as well. So I liked it. It was kind of raw, so you know, key raw gonna like something that's raw, right? But definitely we're gonna check out your second beat. All right.
Yo, laugh on the beat.
I already know, man. Number 3 made this one. You hear me?
Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, so your second track, that joint was hot as well. I liked it. I think the clarity was good. I think I'm a little undercut for y'all bass today. Y'all bass just like, so I think it might be my unit, so I have to check that out. So I'm just gonna turn my volume down a little bit, cause your bass was a little, when it hits the very thin part of the speaker. So I'm gonna check my unit out, and but for right now we're gonna turn that down to make sure it's not on the producer's end. So we're gonna check out your third beat and see what that joint hitting for. All right.
Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, no, man. Number 3 made this one. You hear me?
Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, no, man. Number 3 made this one. You hear me?
Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, so that was Work by number 3. I definitely like that joint. I think your beats was kind of fire, so keep at it. Keep sending me beats, and we're gonna keep pushing this. Alright? So we're gonna check out our next producer. Alright? Alright, so we're gonna check out our next producer. Here we go. So that's Mike Murderer. Murderer. So I definitely like that. It had an old school feel to it for some reason. And I don't usually like old school beats, but I definitely like that. Or neo-classic, however you wanna put it. Black Panther-ish type era. So I definitely was feeling that beat. So we're gonna check out your second beat. All right. Again, looks like you do some old school music in there. Gave it an old school feeling. Made me think of Miami Vice. Chuck it in Subs, what's his name? Anyway, definitely gave me that Miami Vice feel. So definitely with the right mind frame, definitely can rip that apart. You know, vocally, verbally type thing. All right. So we're gonna listen to your third beat. All right. Alright, so for your third beat, you definitely still had that old feel to it. I like that. Definitely puts me in a soundtrack type of mind frame. Perhaps producing videos with an old school feel to it. So I can tell that you're heavily influenced by, you know, maybe your Motowns and stuff like that. So I would think, I don't know for a fact, but yeah, that's what I would, assume. So yeah, good job. Definitely different feel, different environment with that beat opposed to the two beats before. So all right, so we're gonna check out our next producer. It looks like I have to apologize because last time I said that Illit Records didn't put their file right into the email itself, and it definitely was sitting there. I didn't scroll all the way down, so we're gonna check out Illit Records, and let's go, Illit. John, it was alright. A little bigger. My fault. Hit pause. That John was definitely alright. Had a little another old school feel to it to me. But a little bit different. So it was definitely interesting hearing the two different producers with kind of an old school 70s feel to it, maybe. All right, so we're gonna check out his number 2 song. All right, Illit Records. Definitely thought it was decent. I like that you tried the horns. It made me think of Apache, a Gangsta B. It made me think of that. So definitely different type music. Different from the other 3 producers that we listened to. So I think it was 3. So yeah, we're gonna listen to your 3rd beat. All right, let's go. So that was Illit Records, and I definitely liked it. That last one, Black Thought, I could hear Black Thought on that, like back in like, I forget the name of the song that I'm thinking about, but it made me think of that. So very vocabulary, vernacular on you. So yeah, we definitely want to check out the next one, but those 3, they was kind of hot. So definitely thank you for sending those in. We're going to check out the next 3. All right. DIY or Die Records. So we're going to check out 3 of theirs, and this will be the last one we'll listen to today, okay? I'm definitely feeling that. Made me think about things lyrically, so I like that. We're gonna check out the second beat. All right. So I definitely like that one too. It was very similar to the first one, either in the count or the rhythm or the tempo. One of those was quite similar, but definitely it was still hot. So we're gonna listen to your third beat. All right. Alright, so that beat was hot too. Again, you had like a 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 thing going on with your beats. Which could just be your signature. I'm just discussing the beat. That's all. But definitely hot. That joint definitely made me want to write as well. So and kind of get my crunk on. Get my little type on. But yeah, so definitely this was Beat Corner, you know what I'm saying? So for the week, and check y'all. Keep sending me the beats, the lyrics, all of that. Again, if you have studio time, I got people who need studios, so definitely drop that in my inbox as well. djkeyrawcut@gmail.com. All right, peace. Have a good week and know your beat. All right, peace. All right, so those who don't know me, I'm Key. Definitely, do the web design and entertainment, audio, visual, love sports. And I just want to say it saddens me a little bit to see Jaleel Okafor getting so frustrated being here in Philadelphia. I don't know what's up with Philadelphia sports. I think they should put me on promotions, but that's a whole nother topic. But keep at it, young bull. You awesome. Hopefully the whole team will, get on board. Or sometimes I think it's even higher up, you know, with management and ownership. So definitely don't let this, you know, take you away from your career, because Philadelphia can definitely be a hard town to play for, even on a professional level, amateur level, or what have you. So keep at it, stay away from, you know, the negativity, and just stay stronger. Hopefully you can do it with us, you know. Go Sixers, go Eagles, go Flyers, you know, go Phillies, go Union, you know. Definitely love all the major league teams, though. I wanted to talk about, I guess, racial profiling and just the relationship that some of the police have with the community. You know, I touched upon on how the military feels entitlement or racist, depending on what medium you're in. We all feel a sense of entitlement at times. Like the military, people who choose to be police officers, they make that decision, they make that choice to do so. So I'm not real hype on giving people, you know, credit or a pat on the back for something they choose to do. Some of the things that you guys go through, you go through because you choose to go through it. It could have been anything else in the professional world. But I do understand that the things that go on throughout the city are way beyond my concept. And I do have gratitude for you guys who deal with those matters every day. But at certain times, you guys begin to generalize the general public, and not everyone is upon your general judgment as well. With these shootings of these unarmed men and women, if you're fearful, then I don't think that you should be a police officer. If you're afraid of a race from the start, then I don't think being a police officer is the job for you. I'm a civilian. I knew from the start that I shouldn't be a police officer, because I knew if a suspect made me chase them, that I don't think that I would have the self-control to not beat that person for making me run and jump over gates and etc. to capture them. So I knew that that was not a profession for me. But if you choose this profession, then your job is to apprehend these people before killing them. I would believe. I'm not 100% sure of the law, but I would think that your moral law would tell you that you should apprehend this person before just killing them. In this world, or in this state, in this country, people tend to be fearful of people of color. And if you are just afraid of someone's color, then you do not need to be an officer. You do not need to be in law because you're scary. And you're going to end up killing people who do not deserve to be killed for something that they've done. So when you decide to be a police officer, decide that it is in the best of mankind, not your family, not your race, but the betterment of mankind as a whole. And I know that some criminals, regardless of their color, we may be better off without them here, but our system is what is supposed to judge them. You guys shooting kids, these are teenagers. If you're a grown man, 25 on up, and you're shooting teenagers 14 to 19 because you're afraid, then you, sir, do not need to be a police officer. Or you, ma'am, do not need to be a police officer, because we're losing people, and you have to explain at some point in time why you killed that person. And I don't think you being afraid is justifying the act of killing. You know, someone being 3 feet away from you without a weapon is not cause for you to send 16 shots into a person's body. You know, because you're scared. You're scared. You know, and the act that is being done is no worse than what you have dealt with a different race. Generally speaking, only because you see the skin being brown or non-white, you become afraid. And that's just unacceptable. So I just wanted to touch on that. All right. Be good. Be safe. Pick a different profession. All right. Peace.
Shout out to all my beat makers,
Shit,
my
shit,
MCs
shit,
and
shit,
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 you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
What up, though?
Yo.
I'm just saying though.
Yo.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying. Yo.
Sometimes you just need the
Shit.
shit that you need.
All I wanted was better love. Yo.
I'm about to hurt you.
So I'm about to just fuck with it.
Yeah.
Feel me out. All I wanted,
better love.
all I really wanted, all I wanted, all I wanted was better love. Never meant who am I to hurt you because I'm hurting. Just felt like we was all deserving. From the top, and all the way through, no rehearsing. Just clutching and grabbing. Credit, our face be our recognition. Never wanted to run from you, but knew you couldn't fuck with the way I was getting it. See you when we living it. You must love me. I keep telling me, but once in a while I question it. So I gotta stay serial with this trapping. Need neighbors in like 7 states and a few other places. Thought when I was a youngin' I was gonna see the same faces. We see that ain't true. Can't call what a bitch who call themselves a friend will do. So ball hard, trap harder, or you'll starve. Who gives a fuck what they think, say about your hustle? Got flicks on the judge like I learned it from the muscle. You follow me, I put a tail on you. I blows on good power you. Know what it's like to not be able to hug your mother, cause you know what them trap and dope boys do? Question, is an addict worse when they high or in need? They told me key, that hard white better than that bud. I said fuck it, give me a yard till I learn what that heroin make better. I call it my oil, my black tar. I get them black diamonds, the floss hard. Bull said dreams worth more than money. I knew exactly what he meant. I'ma spit till my field recorder task cam turn into a studio. My Saucony be next to some red bottom and Giuseppe shoes. And Bowen deliver my private. When you want that big money, you can't be low key. So fuck it, I got it. First of all, I do this for me. It's like my religion. Billboard and the stock market #1 decision. Hottest topic, and not just in my head. Stay plugged into your digital white man. The #1 source. Can't say I'm from the gutter, but they will. Seen a few hard times. About 3 gallons to flush the toilet. Watch it, the maggots come quick with no water on that waist. Couldn't stay in such a place. Had to put my morals to the side. Like to eat too heavy. Like Benz, Porsches, and I'm an American Chevy. Call me that clean 75 Nova with them secret panels moving through these states. Airwaves, frequencies, and money. They still call me Smuggles, Southwest and Y Bubble, and Twip. So call me a County Dodge City girl. Tours got all across world tours. Just when I thought this was some young boy shit. Sometimes you gotta stand on the inside to show him his position. I like how them jewels glisten. Touch them stacks. I said, listen, I can get used to this. Moving on up. That loud pack in my sacks. Still got Reggie, that's facts.